I am Sir Tap Tap, and I don't like this event. That will become clear as we go into the video, but first a couple things. As always, support on my Patreon helps me out a lot. Just even just $1 on the Patreon helps. You can also become a YouTube member for 99 cents, which is a much better deal than $1. It's 1 whole cent less, you know. Anyway, and also there's always a written guide that's in the description. And live streams. I am having internet issues lately. We're gonna stream tomorrow on Saturday. We're gonna stream Poly Bridge 2, so that should be fun. I'm calling off all scheduled streams until after I get new internet. So hopefully in July, I'll have stable internet. We'll be streaming more. No more interruptions, no more BS. So hopefully everything will be good then. And also join the Discord, sirtaptap.com/Discord. It's in the description. So this event does not have any hidden fish. Not a single one. That might seem like a nice relief to some of you, but here's the thing. You wouldn't be here without the hidden fish, would you? Maybe you've joined Facebook groups, maybe you're on the subreddit, maybe you're in a Discord, maybe you're in my Discord. Because probably you got confused, you looked up online, and you got the hidden fish. And you know what? That's the only reason I ever met anyone else who played this game. Because I looked online and I was like, well, how do you get this octopus thing? And so I looked online. And I ended up making guides, and now it's just here. And also, the unlocks aren't very good. I will say the fish designs are all right, but without the hidden fish were most of the fun for me, really. So I'll probably have a video with my thoughts specifically on that, but I'll just go through a general rundown of the event. People always get very confused, which just really surprises me. I think, honestly, what happens is the game gets so boring that people who know how to play just leave constantly. And so all that I'm left with is people that just barely started playing. And so they don't know how basic things work, and every time I get the same questions. So basically events have 3 parts now. You go to this event thing. First thing you want to do every event, close the menu, go to this palette icon. You go down here and there's a die, there's a costume and a theme. You want to buy the die first because that unlocks this boy here, Mr. Hermit Crab. Then you charge up the Hermit Crab. You see that meteor there? You click these bubbles, and then after 20 bubbles, he will start dancing. And for whatever reason, when he dances, you get more of that event currency. Event currency is the same event currency in every event. It looks different, but it's the same stuff. So why do you have so much currency? It's because I had it from last event. So that's one of the many questions I get asked every time, answered, hopefully. So we're almost done charging it here. And then after it charges with the 20 times, you can then watch ads, because that's really what events are about, unfortunately. It's just watch ads. They took out all of the fun in favor of just watching lots of ads. And unfortunately, that is the way to get event currency fast. You just have to watch the ads. Check out my video on search Sir Tap Tap Nox macro, I believe it is. There's a guide on how to get event currency fast that I have, and it's just, you set up a macro in Nox, which that's the emulator I'm using, that's why there's a mouse cursor. It is much, much faster than just doing all this manually. So check that out if you want to get event currency fast. That's why I have almost 1 million event currency right now. It's only because of that. I could not watch that many ads. I would have gone completely insane. So now we're almost charged. I hate that it's 20. I can't keep my cool. I hate that it's 20 clicks. It takes forever because they're off screen half the time. It's so frustrating. The events really drag on me. It's really gotten frustrating. So the way the event works, there's hidden fish. There are expand quest items. These are always required too. You always have to do this too. A lot of people don't seem to understand this. I don't know why. It's literally right here every time. There's a big old button for it. And it just has the unlocks. So there'll be unlocks that tell you need needle fur. What's a needle fur? It's right here. If anything ever requests something in an event and it's not a fish, it's almost certainly in this menu. So just keep that in mind. And then there's also the quest to unlock the bigger fish. So all of these 3 quests, the big quest, the individual fish down here, and the present mission, the expand quest, all of these are interdependent. You have to do all of them, basically. So let's just look at the fish. They're not even hidden fish, so that's why I haven't even mentioned them until now. Let's review the fish. Runestone Tang. I think this would have been a really bad fish, except for the part where it's transparent and you see the rune at all angles. That is actually really cool. I want to see more fish like that. Like that is super cool. I think it would have been a boring fish otherwise, but because of its like jelliness, I like that a lot actually. There's no unlock for that one. Beer mug clownfish. Just use the hermit crab skill 3 times. You already saw me use that, so that's how you use that. This I would say is a standard event fish. It's just fish in seasonal item. It's not a good one. Viking giant isopod. Bad animation, I gotta say. Look at the jerkiness of that. Look how bad that is. Look at the butt. Wow, they are usually not that bad with animation. I'm actually really surprised. I feel like Flaro Games doesn't really give much of a crap, unfortunately. But yeah, that is not a good one. Place yellow runestone extension. And again, I think they've really exposed themselves because they use machine translation. I'm almost entirely sure of it. How do I know? Runestone extension. What's an extension? Wait a minute. What's a synonym of extend? Expand? So there's this expand menu. And obviously Flaro Games uses a different machine translator than Cheetah Mobile did, because it's the same thing. That when it says extend, it means expand. So, guys, get an English editor for God's sake, please. You don't even need to get a translator. You don't even need to get somebody that knows Korean and English. Just an English translator or editor. I've said this so many times in so many videos. I've told them, hey, contact me. I can help you out with this. But they never do it right. And there's so much. It's so sloppy. Millions of people have downloaded this game. This game has millions of downloads, millions of players. They just don't give a crap. They just don't care, and it's stunning. It's really stunning to me. I can't. I've never seen a game this popular give this little of a crap. The animation on this one is a little bit better, but you can still tell when the loop begins. It's a little jerky. Viking football fish. Share the picture of red runestone extension 2 times. Which again, that's just part of the expand quest. You got to do that as well as the thing. Now, I will say, I don't like the progression of this one. You would think, oh, it must be easy, there's no hidden fish. Well, actually, you need so many farm materials because you have to make duplicates of the old fusion fish. You have to use thousands of crabs. I had like 3,000 sea urchins and crabs when I started this event, and I have none now. I'm completely out. And it's really frustrating. Plus, I've already spent like 300,000 or 400,000 event currency. It's a really expensive event. Just because there isn't hidden fish, that doesn't mean it's easy by any means. If anything, most of the events with hidden fish were much easier than these recent ones. They've just replaced fun, unusual requirements with grind, and that sucks. Again, there'll probably be a video specifically on the changes where I put all my thoughts together. Viking Sea Urchin I actually like a lot. You might think, oh, that's a cheap one, but I mean, look at him. It's adorable. It puffs up. It's just a big ol' sea urchin. I like it a lot. This is one of my favorite ones. This one is really good. You just take a picture of blue runestone, expand item 3 times, which again is, they use improperly used synonyms, like they called hiding and hidden fish different things, and now they call the same thing expand and extension. So frustrating. Something about this frog wearing pants makes me uncomfortable. It makes me feel like the other frogs are naked. What's this about naked frogs, Tap Tap? You see, a warrior boreal digging frog use 150 sea urchins. You will have absolutely no trouble doing that. You will need to waste so many sea urchins for the later fish, unfortunately. Look at it. The regular gulper eel is pretty bad in the game, frankly. This just looks stupid. I gotta say, until he opens his mouth, the design is okay, but it looks like a pitcher plant. It looks ridiculous. I can't be scared by it. But yeah, dragon gulper eel. Create 15 fish from the previous event, which there's always people confused by this. You just click this icon, EvNet of last year. Complaining about translation issues again. It's been misspelled EvNet for over 2 years. They did that first in the Sakura event, the spring event from 2018. Over 2 years. Such an obvious typo, so easy to fix, never fixed. 0 intercourses given or received. Stunning. But yeah, if you need to make the old fish, you just click this tab and go here. By the way, when playing video games, I get a feeling that a lot of people just have all of these troubles because this is the only game they play. And I've heard that from many people, that they literally never play anything else. And to say that, I say, please. You wouldn't listen to only one song. You wouldn't read only one book. You wouldn't watch only one movie. Try other stuff. I have a whole playlist of free games and of mobile games, most of which are free or free to play. Check out my channel, check out those games. I guarantee there's no way that you only like one game. You just haven't tried or haven't seen other games that you'd like. But anyway, I have a feeling that people don't have this built-in curiosity where they're like, oh, a button, I'll press it. And I'll press this button. Oh, this button sucks, it's a bunch of ads. I'll press this button. Like, people, if you see a thing in a game, you just press it. And you see what it does. It can only be so bad. You just gotta press things and see what they do. It gives a very... I love pressing things and seeing what they do. You just gotta embrace that feeling. Anyway, that's how you make past event fish. Warrior Arowana, place fur needle extension, expand item 2 times. I'm torn on this one. I think the integration of the beard and the hair into the fin is pretty well done here, actually. It looks silly still, but it's a neat way of doing it. I like that much better than the Viking giant isopod. So I think this one is alright. I'm okay with this one. He looks like Hagar the Horrible. But again, that's part of the expand quest thing. Just keep playing that along. There's a really weird order in this event. I really had a hell of a time going through this because, like, you get stuck immediately when you're trying to go down the list. You get stuck immediately. Like, oh, you got to make these things, and I just got really stuck, and it's really frustrating. And like, you had to make the Alola dump. I really don't like that the past event fish are required for the new event fish, because that also meant I had to spend so many materials. Look at this. 42 sea urchins. I'm completely out. It's just really frustrating. I really did not enjoy this event, and I got completely stonewalled. I need a bunch more farm materials. That sucks. I've said for years now that that's a bad game design. 2 years ago in the Sakura event, do you know how they repeated the old event? They just gave you the old event. Everything cost event currency. The unlocks were just, hey Nessie, the unlocks were just what they were before, and you just played the event you missed, and it was fun. You enjoyed that because it was like, hey, 2 events, holy shit, 2 cakes. It was great. And then they started doing this fusion fish crap, and everybody runs out of materials, and it's, it doesn't feel like progress at all. It feels like, because it uses up your fish. I really don't like this. It's so frustrating, and it's so expensive. Anyway, I'm sorry, there's so much to complain about. It's hard to just go through the list. This is probably the worst one. Viking Otter, own 5 Warrior Arowana. I don't mean the unlock, I mean just look at him. F minus. Frickin' G. You get a G. It's worse than failing. I'm sorry, that's like a concept art that someone would draw. It's like, you know, this is too stupid to actually put in the game, but like things kind of like this. Haha. And then somebody put it in the game. Like, it's just a Viking face taped on an otter. It's Odin Penguin. Create 5 treasure map barracudas. He's okay. The animation is, again, a little jerky. I really do feel like the animation fell off a cliff for this event. It's really not as good. This one's kind of the bog standard, just fish wearing thing. I mean, not a fish, but you know what I mean. Now this one, that is badass. I'm sorry, but Wizard Octopus, level up the Hermit Crab to level 10, which, by the way, should be one of the first things you do every event. It really does benefit you. This guy is just cool. This is my favorite one of the event. The sea urchin is really good, but come on. It just sucks he's so expensive, but like, come on, that's cool. It looks like something you would fight in God of War or something, you know? Bannerman Narwhal is like a lovable idiot. Like, it looks stupid, but I like how stupid it is. He's okay. He's not great, but he's okay. Bannerman Narwhal, create 5 Admiral Basking Sharks, which, rest in peace Admiral Mega Mouse, which is what it used to be called. I believe that was the French, in fact. But yeah, that's a past event fish. And like I said, you have to make so many past event fish while making this. It's frustrating. Viking Axe Ray. I see what they were going for, but it looks stupid. I'm sorry. With the flapping, I don't know if it would look better if it were stiff, but it looks weird. Like, the model itself is okay, but once you animate it, it just looks silly. But yeah, Viking Axe Ray. Share the picture of the Viking Hut expand item one time. Again, that's part of the expand quest. Viking Ship Seahorse. I'm in love with the seahorses. I actually like this guy. They finally did something other than a whale. You're gonna be disappointed really soon. But the most expensive fish is finally not a whale. I like it. It's a little bit silly, but hey, it's a seahorse. It's something kind of unique. I like it. This is basically the whale. Own 13 species of new event fish on 100 new Viking event fish. And another annoying thing, the reason making the old fish sucks so much, say I had 99 new event fish, and then I go back and I fuse some prior event fish, and I fuse 10 of them. Guess what? Now I've only made 80 new event fish. Because I had 90, I fused 10, and those count against me now. So now I have to make even more, which is why it's just unfun game design. It just penalizes you for doing what you're supposed to do. Abyssal Kraken, the good big boy. This is one of my favorite fish from the game. For some reason, it's unlocked by default for most people. It says create 15 event whales, which I'm not even sure what that means. Because there aren't event whales. I guess it means... I don't even know. I don't even know if that means from prior events, but people seem to just have it. Yeah, I don't even know, but it seems to be unlocked by default for people, and it just costs a whopping 100,000 currency. But yeah, I'm not really sure what it means. But people just seem to have it. Aloha Nessie, create 20 new fish from the previous event. So what that means is 20 species. That's a bad translation. It means basically go down this list and create 1, 1, 1. And then once you've created 20 species, you will unlock the Aloha Nessie from Alola. If you already made them in the past, they don't count. You have to make new ones. Which I think that's what the new is from, but it should be new species. It doesn't come across well. Huh? No. And then the big one. It's not bad. Valkyrie whale. It's interesting. I like it better than the average event whale, I guess, but it's also a little bit plainer. Give it a 6 out of 10. But yeah, it is a whale. I think it's extra huge. I haven't got it yet because I ran out of frickin' sea urchins. But yeah. What is that? Oh, Babu whale. That's one of the in-app purchase things. That's not, you can't unlock that. Well, you can with money, but not just by playing. So, those are all of the fish. There is an expand quest. It just does the things. Let me bring that quest up on screen here for you. This is my guide over here, so let's go to the, where is it? Event quest. Here it is. So, Runic Letter, the first one, you just need to buy 3 RuneScape tangs, yes. Create 3 RuneScape tangs. For the Here Comes the Vikings one, share 1 photo of Viking football fish, buy 5 Viking sea urchins, and with all of these event quest things, wait to buy the fish in these quests until you unlock the quest, because this won't count. If I had already made the 5 axe rays that it wants here, they wouldn't count, and I would have to buy 5 more, and I would have to spend 50,000 more event currency than I already have, which sucks, and I really don't like that the game accounts for it in that way. It's frustrating. And I can't believe they never fixed that. I've touched bubbles over the head of Viking giant isopod 15 times. That's not too hard. Odin's visit, take 4 pictures of Odin penguin. Why 4? It's so weird that they're not hidden anymore. So the weird numbers of pictures and stuff doesn't make sense. Like, I honestly think Flaro Games has no idea what they're doing. They have no idea why people play the game. And they're just like, all right, previous event did this thing. Okay, why are the fish hidden? Just give them the fish. But because we're not going to make them hidden, we're going to make it harder. People complain the game is too easy, right? Is that right, Parker? People don't have horrible burnout, right? Like 90% of the player base is not left because the game has gotten unbearably like slow and grindy. That's right, Parker. It really sucks because the community was great. The community was great back in like 2018 when there was a lot of people playing. Everybody was having fun. That's right, Parker. Like, sure, there was the bad Valentine's Day event, but the community was pretty tight. There were Facebook groups. There was, everyone was talking about things. People were giving the devs feedback. Everyone was having a good time. And just, there's been so much churn and burnout. And I swear, every couple days, some new person comes into the Discord and is like, oh, I love Tap Tap Fish. And then they're burnt out like in a day and they never come back because the game just does that to you. It just burns you out. Anyway, place the Viking altar, expand item. It's all pretty basic stuff. And that's the other thing. The hidden fish unlocks, they're not fun anymore. It's not like wacky stuff like go on an Easter egg hunt, take a picture of the weird 5 altars, play with the train until it goes fast, take pictures, take like the Christmas pictures. I like those. The Christmas cards, those were really neat. Like really inventive and creative stuff, and they just stopped doing that. And it's just like, make 5 of this fish, make 5 of this fish, make 5 of that fish. It's just boring. Anyway, welcoming party. Use 50,000 more event currency. You can see it on screen. You make 5 Viking axe rays, which that happens to cost exactly 50,000. Viking ship sails, create 5 new Viking ship seahorses. So do not make Viking seahorses until you unlock this last one, because those are so expensive. That is such a waste if you haven't already done that. I don't know how you, like, it would be, you would have to almost try to do that on purpose. But yeah. Sorry if the guy is a little disjointed, but it doesn't matter. Does it matter? The info is in game. It just is clumsy and a mess. And the order, like, I thought of doing like a guide of what order to do the steps in, and it would be such a pain in the butt that I decided no. It sucks too much to try to do that. That is this event. Wow, we actually went over the time for a usual hidden fish video, even though there's no hidden fish, because there was so much to complain about. And I don't like complaining. I benefit when this game is good. You know what? When people are having fun and playing the game a lot, I get more views. I get people wanting more AbyssRium content. It's a little frustrating when people like beg me to make videos and stuff, and I would politely ask that you express your enthusiasm in a more constructive way. I always like hearing like, hey, I love your videos on X, and like, oh, this is a good video, you've really learned about Y. But like, make a video about the new thing. Like, you're here because I make videos on the new thing. Like, why would you think that I wouldn't make it? Like, I've been making these videos for almost 4 years now. You know that? 4 years. So I'm probably gonna make videos until this game's bitter end, which it's feeling kind of bitter already, but you never need to yell at me to make the videos. But yeah, again, backtrack city here. I guess I'm frazzled, but I benefit when the game is good. I benefit when people are enjoying the game. I'm not one of those YouTubers that traffics in outrage and stuff. I don't have you know, people that watch my videos to get mad at stuff. I don't have a horde of people that like, oh, what are we gonna get mad at today, boys? Like, no. People watch the Fish Game videos when they are enjoying Fish Game and want to learn new things about Fish Game. When massive amounts of people quit the Fish Game because the Fish Game does not value players' times, I don't get the views. My guides don't get, you know, watched. I don't get patrons. I don't get money. I want the game to be good, and I would love to talk to the developers. I don't think they would give a shadow of a rat's ass. I really, frankly, don't. I don't think they give a crap. But I would have loved to talk to them. Talk about, you know, the people's concerns, what bugs people are having, what frustrations with the translation, with the unlocks, with the removal of the Facebook feature. I would love to talk to them and be like, hey, this is how you can make the game a community, you know? And that's the thing, without the hidden fish and the Facebook feature gone, there's no more community aspects. I really think there's going to be a lot less people talking on Facebook about it because of that, because, like, if all the info's in-game, you're not going to look for that stuff. There's no social features anymore. They removed all of it. My cat has zoomies. That's, if you hear galloping and things breaking in the background, that's what that is. But yeah, I'll try to collect my thoughts and write up a script and like stuff to talk about for a video on what I think went wrong. But yeah, know that I'm not one of those people that like greatly enjoys a game sucking. I want the game to be good. I wish it was, but at the moment, it's kind of not. It's kind of not. Also, they just straight up removed. There used to be coral up here, and they just removed it. Somebody noticed that the other day. They just removed it. I don't know if they just made that to make it easier or more fitting in with the dyes, but that's kind of weird. Anyway, that is the event. Wow, I went for like a half hour on this one. Oh, I can't talk anymore. I gotta stream tomorrow. Enjoy the event. Hopefully, let them know on Facebook. Tell them on Facebook, hey, Hidden Fish were good. Hidden Fish were actually good. Bring them back. The problem was that things were too unfun. The problem is the unlocks sucked. It's not that they were hidden. Hidden unlocks that were fun were great. It's just that, like, use 1,000 crabs. That sucks. Like, look at the cost for some of these things. Admiral Basking Shark, you need to make 5 of these things. That's over 600 crabs just making these. No, the treasure map Barracuda, you need 5 of these too. So you need 5 of this. That's about 1,000 crabs just on that. There's a bunch of, you need to make a bunch of these. It's just so expensive. I really don't think the fusion materials should be part of this at all. Because if you just started the game, you'll be so far away from getting krill at all. You won't be able to do these, period. It sucks. Anyway, enjoy the event. I'm Sir Tap Tap. Check out my Patreon if my guides have helped you out. If you're one of those people that only plays AbyssRium, check out my other channel, my other videos on the channel. I guarantee that there's other games out there that you'd enjoy. Check out Abzu for one thing. Very similar to this visually, but completely different style of gameplay. It's a fantastic game.
Alright gamers, remember to like, subscribe, and smash that bell.
Frog, what are you doing in my house?
I would just get out.